was a founding board member of the Jacksonville Women's Business Center. Over the course of 25 years, I came out of that stronger, more powerful, a better leader. You put a bunch of women in a room and they just make things happen. And I gained, I think, strength and power from that. And when you come through an endeavor that big successfully, you don't even know you're successful at it until you come out the other end. My husband and I and our 2 daughters moved to Jacksonville in 1998. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. I went back to work in the early 2000s and resumed my career in banking.
I know Debbie Buckland from her work primarily with the Chamber and the JTA board. However, DVI and some of the women's groups that she's actually a volunteer and working with. So I wonder where she finds the time, but here's somebody who cares about people and cares about our community, and it shows by the amount of sacrifice and time she's invested in this community.
I joined the board of Downtown Vision to represent my then employer, SunTrust, and I evolved into being chairman of that board. That was a big step for me in Jacksonville. It affirmed for me the importance in creating a place here. I just became part of that.
For the JTA Board of Directors, her leadership was remarkable because recognized with a 7-member board representing governor's appointees and the city's appointees, being able to pull this team together through retreats and board meetings, and also doing it in a very challenging environment.
The guiding truths for me as a child, I knew I would go to college. Education was paramount in my family. Did go to college, and I met my husband there, and 2 weeks after I graduated, I got married, and we moved to Virginia. My first job was as a teller, and it's all uphill from there.
In terms of Debbie Buckland, I see an individual that not only wants to be a part of, but they want to drive success for that organization, be it in the nonprofit world or in government like the JTA or the Chamber, but at the same time drive for success with what she's doing now with her coming out of retirement and helping to build a new marketplace for her current employers.
I see amazing evolution of our transit system. Most of our riders are not riders of choice like they are in major metropolitan areas. We're leading the nation in the autonomous discussion. Unless we had leaders who were in their place of power with supportive and financially secure infrastructures and platforms like we have here in Jacksonville, to make those bold investments in the future, they just need to get their truck from here to there. That's what they see. And so it's very difficult to envision what a thoughtful investment might look like for something 20 years from now.
We're very fortunate to have someone like Debbie Buckland in our community because she leads the way, she sets the pace, and I think the image or the legacy that she's leaving behind is a model for all of us to follow.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to say thank you to OneJax for being willing to walk across the bridge, for being willing to take a stone, for being willing to call the hard questions and host the community conversations and challenge me to challenge others to appreciate and transcend our differences. I'm grateful for my tribe of women who have literally picked me up off the ground and carried me through many times in my life. To my mom, thank you so much, Mom, for all the sacrifices you have made for me. Thank you, Jamie. I don't know how you've tolerated me for 46 years. I'm so grateful that you allowed me to do my own thing. Thank you, Katie and Aaron, for giving me the space to be an imperfect mom. You never once doubted where I was coming from, even when I made a bad call, like trying to cut your hair myself. Thank you, Scott and Brian and Lauren, for being my partners with Pinnacle. We're going to do great things together. Thank you, Nat Ford, for your friendship and mentorship, coaching me off the ledge many times. Thank you to Audrey Moran. Thank you to Sabine. Thank you for being willing to put your story and your vulnerability out there for, especially now. I feel like I'm on the coattails of Audrey, and I'm grateful to you, Audrey, for being the one willing to walk the bridge a lot of times. You know, thank you for that.